Black belt. This is the punching bag I use to train. I train every so often, but I consider myself a rubber grandmaster because I'm all about avoiding pain. I don't want to get into fights. That should be the whole point of a fight. The point of a fight is to avoid fighting, and that's been like the chief martial artist thing. That's the grand desire of the universe. You see that bird? It wants to avoid a fight with me, so it's gonna fly away. The whole point of existence is to avoid fighting. That's what dogs bark for. They don't want to bite you. No dog wants to bite. It bites out of necessity. Nothing wants to fight because you have to risk its life. So you train for that one fight to the death because that's the only fight you should be in. Because you should live harmlessly and you should live as if you don't want to fight. If you have to live like a sissy, but you avoid all the fights anyway, why wouldn't you live like a sissy? I don't get any of these gender roles. I don't get any of the commentary. I don't get anything at all because I went through my enlightenment at a very early age and I was like, fine. I was like teaching myself to do things like beyond comprehension and stuff. I was doing things like writing AP essays and then writing a Batman essay at the same time and turning them both into the teacher. I was doing things like subverting all the systems as a child because it was just funny. But you're supposed to live like that. You're supposed to make a character for yourself and just be the character. You're supposed to do that. You can do that. That's what makes you a god. These people weren't ever supposed to be real to anyone. You weren't supposed to think about Moses as a real person. You're supposed to think about Moses as the archetype of Moses. There's always supposed to be a black Moses. There's always supposed to be a white Moses. There's always supposed to be a Korean Moses. Same thing with Jesus. Same thing with all these people. You're never supposed to get attached to an image. I am a full-time YouTuber, but not in the sense that I derive money from this. I don't derive money from anything at all because I just live like a prophet because I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet who profits off a prophet. And my gift of prophecy is that I can see the world the way it's supposed to be, and the way it is exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's like you have all this confusion and ignorance and struggling because people are supposed to be silly and they give you all of these excuses why they can't be silly right now. I can't be silly at work. People will dress up to look like the stupid president they don't want to be like, but then they say things like, I'm dressed professionally. So the president is just confusing you by dressing professionally. If you wanted him to be an idiot, why don't you dress him up as an idiot and then you'll know that the president's an idiot and then we won't have an idiot president. But no, that's too simple of a solution to fix all of these problems. We have to wait 6 months for Trump to get impeached. You know, that's the kind of things that I look at. That's the kind of things that I think about when I talk about enlightenment, because to me, it's all a cosmic joke. I'm a cosmic joker. That's my nin. I like to find the last laugh on everything. I like to find the little zing. And if it means joking about things you're not supposed to joke about, like, oh no, you can't let that white Cuban say, nigger, you have to look inwardly so that he's looking inwardly at the N-word and he never says the N-word again. Look how many times I said N-word, but I already said nigger. And it's like, look how black I am. Look, I'm black. And that's how easy it is. It's just a word. Are you scared of words? You're supposed to become words sometimes. You're supposed to say, I'm rubber and you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. That's supposed to be your nin. That's what Hisoka would train with. That's literally how he became Hunter x Hunter. That's how the world works. And it's like, I can reintroduce that into the world, but everyone's trying to reintroduce that into the world. Everyone's saying that they're trying to reintroduce that into the world, but then no one wants to reintroduce it into the world by explaining it. And I can explain it in very detail. First of all, you're God. And you're God because you have a companion species. Whatever companion species you bond with, whether it be your own species or like a dog or something. That was our first companion species. That's why we called our name backwards. If you beat a dog, it will never attack you again. You never have to beat your dog again. Spare the rod, ruin the child is the only thing you ever have to say, but that dog's going to listen to you forever because it knows that if you raise your hand, you're going to hit it. It doesn't want to get hit anymore. That's how dogs learn. That you hit it once and it's like, no, don't hit me. And that's how you talk to your dog. And that's how you train things, though. You only have to beat it. That's why you spank your baby once. You spank it at childbirth, really. You don't even have to spank the baby. It's all very confusing because all the information processes itself too fast for me to just break it down and explain it. But I can talk to animals because I know what animals are talking about. The other day I got chased by dogs. I already documented it on YouTube the time I got chased by mangy dogs. They were just street dogs, and they were mangy, and they were just barking at me, and I had my stick, and I waved my stick at it. It was like a little battle. We had a Pokemon battle. If I wanted to capture those dogs, I could just beat them. I could just beat those dogs, beat them until they started crying, and then I could capture them. That's how you captured animals. That's how you domesticated them. You made them slaves, and that's what domestication means, and that's what civilization is. You're all slaves. And it's like, we're all slaves to our desires, so you just could sell people to their own desires, and then you would own them as slaves, and that's how you control people, and that's what manipulators would do. And it's like, I can explain each of the nin categories, but I already did it. I already did it for Reddit. Read my Reddit post, and also buy my book.